welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Tia Zamara here, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys some things that you can do to make your home look and smell more expensive. With that being said, I'm probably going to be touching on some things that can make your home look less expensive and sometimes a little bit tacky. Now, if you have these things in your home, please know I am not coming for you. I'm not coming for you. It is not my intent to offend you, okay? I'm literally just sharing my opinion and giving you guys another perspective. And at the end of the day, you like what you like and you do what you do. Stand 10 toes on what you like, all right? Now, please note that this video is meant for everybody. Anybody that is a renter, all the way up to a homeowner, you can take some tips from this video if you want, okay? So let's get into it. First things first, flooring. I think we all know at this point that hardwood floors are automatically deemed something that is just more luxurious, something that's more expensive, and to be quite frank, it's because it is. Hardwood floors are much more expensive than carpet and much more long lasting than carpet. Now, unfortunately, a lot of us renters can't just rip up our carpet and throw it out and put down hardwood floors like you homeowners. So we kind of gotta hack it out. Now, there are several hacks that you can do to cover carpet if you'd like. I prefer not to, especially as a renter who only plans to stay in my apartment for about 2 to 3 years, maybe 4 at max, because it's a lot of hard work. But just know that you do have the option to cover all of your carpet with hardwood flooring and not mess the carpet up at all, not have to pull any carpet up at all. Just know that it takes a lot of work to do. Now, because it takes a lot of work to do, because we still want an expensive and luxurious feel to our home, we can always opt to cover our tile that we may have, or whatever ugly floor that you possibly may have in your apartment, with stick and peel, vinyl, and so many other options. We can cover places like our entryway, our kitchens, laundry rooms, bathrooms, and it automatically gives a better feel to the overall home. I actually covered my kitchen, my bathroom, my entryway, and my laundry room all with vinyl, peel and stick, stick and peel, whatever you want to call it, for about less than $100. Now, the vinyl sheets are also an option, and they may be a little bit cheaper, but they also look cheaper as well, and we're going for expensive in this video. Now, if you're a renter and you're feeling a little bit weary about this, you don't know if it'll be able to safely pull back up, even though it will. You don't know if there's going to be some sticky kind of residue, which it may, which can easily go away with Goo Gone. You can always put down the big project boards that you can get out of Dollar Tree for 50 cents and then lay your peel and stick planks on top of that. You can also use the big sheets of paper that typically go on bulletin boards and cover your whole floor with that first, and then put down the stick and peel. There's so many ways to get this done and achieve these looks, you guys, but flooring is definitely one of the things that can help elevate the look of your home. Now, y'all already know that I have to touch on the kitchen and the bathroom. Kitchens and bathrooms are like my thing. Like, the kitchen has to be right and the bathroom has to be right. Y'all have already seen my kitchen makeover video. If you have not, you're truly missing out, especially if you are a renter. Y'all, go watch those videos. I got contact paper to cover the typical brown cabinets that I had, and I made it black. You can get contact paper in any color and any texture. They have white, wood grain contact paper. They have tans, they have nudes, they have reds, they even have sterling silver, okay, for your refrigerator and stuff. There's so much that you can do with contact paper. My kitchen is contact papered out. I did marble contact paper on my countertops. They have so many different options, so many different colors for marble. They have so many different just granite countertop looking contact paper, and it's literally contact paper that is meant for countertops. You can wipe these countertops down, you can cook on these countertops, you can clean on these countertops, you can just act like it's a normal kitchen. And I know for people who are homeowners, this is a very much so less expensive option for you if you are not ready to renovate your kitchen, but you want a different look, you want a different feel. Even if you want to see how your kitchen may possibly look before you permanently do it, you can always go in with contact paper. I even went in with a backsplash around my kitchen. It was a brick backsplash, just because that also makes it a more luxurious feel. Colors like blacks and whites definitely can up your house. Like, your whole house doesn't need to be black or white, but some of the bigger or larger items definitely. Now, something else with kitchens that personally bothers me, and in my opinion can make your home look less expensive, is cluttering the counter space. I definitely say stick to maybe only having maybe 2 appliances in your kitchen space. Don't have a crock pot, a blender, a juicer, a microwave, an air fryer, all these other different kinds of things that we use to cook things. Please do not have those on your counters. It makes your home just look less expensive. It's like there's too much going on here. You don't have to be a minimalist. Less is just more. Less is more. Less is more. Let's just leave it at that. Less is more. Also, if you have things all over your refrigerator, please take them down. Take them down. Now, something very simple that you can do if you don't do anything else is change the knobs on your cabinets and on your doors. This can also elevate the house times 10, okay? I still actually have the standard knobs on my cabinets just because I haven't got around to doing that part yet, but that's definitely something that can elevate my house even more, is changing the knobs on my kitchen cabinets, bathroom cabinets, and even the doorknobs. There are so many beautiful, modern, up-to-date pieces that we can use, and this is still something that's renter friendly. Just make sure that you keep all of the original knobs, all the screws, put them in a little bag and put them in a cabinet all the way in the back somewhere so that you never mistakenly throw them away. And just remember to take off those knobs when you move out and put the old knobs back on. But those old knobs are definitely old knobs, and they can definitely use some upgrade. Now, for the bathroom, this is where things can get a little bit tacky for people, sometimes even people like myself. It's really a lot of trial and error. You don't want to do too much because this is a very small space, but you don't want it to look empty either. Now, in my guest bathroom, my shower curtains are just plain ivory colored curtains. I have 2 panels because I wanted that more luxurious feel, you know, a little bit of open up, let me in. But one thing that instantly made it look more expensive was putting the shower rod all the way up. All the way up. Not all the way to the top of the ceiling, but like that just right. Like, it's not too low, it's not standard, but it's not all the way up by the ceiling. It's like just right. And because the panels are about 96 inches long, it just elongates the bathroom. I do have high ceilings. You can do this in a regular household as well, but it just elongates it and it makes it look like, wow, like, is the shower all the way up there? Trust me, guys, I'm telling you. Now, I feel like I have to speak a little bit about the tackiness that can be done in bathrooms sometimes, because I pretty much already went over contact paper. I already went over changing the knobs. I already went over like the shower curtain feel. The rest of it is really up to you and how you want your bathroom to look. But let's not be tacky with it. Okay, so let's get into it. I know a lot of people love the Paris, or designs like, you know, Black Power, you know, the lions, the women with the afro. It just doesn't look right, guys. I'm like, it does not look good. It doesn't look good. If you really want that vibe in your bathroom, I definitely say take it to your personal bathroom. But the bathroom that your guests are gonna come in and use, please, if you want to give off an expensive bougie vibe, please don't do that. Don't do that. And sometimes what people feel inclined to do is start making other things in their bathroom match their shower curtains. You don't need to do that. You have to know the right amount of what to do and what not to do. If you have a Paris shower curtain, you don't need to do red hand towels, red seat covers, black and gray bathroom rugs, black soap dispenser, red toothbrush holder. We don't need to act like we're 2008 and doing matchy, okay? Everything doesn't have to be matchy. Some things can be, you know, colorful but still simple. Even we don't need seat covers. We do not need a hand towel to match every color on our shower curtain. We do not need 5 sets of shower curtains like how our moms and our grandmas used to do back in the day and have a whole presentation, a whole how do I even get in here kind of thing going on. Now let's take things up a notch and move into some bigger spaces like our living rooms and dining room. Let's start with the walls. They're huge and they're empty and they oftentimes tie in our spaces. Even if your whole house is furnished, if you have nothing on your walls, sometimes your house can still just feel blank. Now, a lot of times people don't know what to put on their walls, so I'm here to tell you. You can do a picture collage. You can have different size frames. You can do every picture frame the same size. You can do 3 in a row. You can do 2 huge ones. You can do 6 smaller ones. There's so many things that you can do when it comes to arranging frames on a wall. You also don't have to get typical frames. There's so many different kinds of frames out here. With collage walls where you kind of have pictures kind of just in random places, I actually suggest to get different kinds of picture frames. It adds more of a feel, more of a thrill to what's going on. And when it comes to putting things inside these frames, there are more than just pictures of people and pets that you can put in these frames. I love Etsy when it comes to digital art. You can go on Etsy and literally find anything to put in a picture frame. And if you don't want to spend money on it, you can go on Google and literally look up any kind of picture, any kind of aesthetic theme that you want and print off pictures in your local photo shop, CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, wherever. There's just so many cool artists on Etsy. You can go on Etsy and find boho art, minimalist art, contemporary art, line art, abstract art, so many different forms of art that you can put in these frames. Now, one thing that I have to point out that is definitely tacky and definitely makes your house look very, very extremely inexpensive is not having the right size picture frame. There's no reason why we should ever be putting 3 8x11s and especially 3 5x7s in a row on a huge wall. Like, that's a no-no. That's a no-no. I'm sorry, that is a no. Now let's move on, okay? Because there's more than just picture frames that you can put on your walls. You can definitely do some wall hangings. I have 2 videos here on my channel now that show you 3 different wall hangings that you can easily make. You can change up the colors, change up the fabric, the material, gems, whatever the case may be, to make your own, create your own, have your own colors, have your own vibe. The next thing are canvases. Canvases are great, but sometimes can be a little bit typical. There are a lot of canvases that are just lions, pictures of New York, pictures of the Brooklyn Bridge, pictures of the London Bridge, pictures of Paris. Like, there's just so many basic things already out here. Let's do a little something different. A part of what makes your home look expensive is having things that people have just never seen before. We want people to think that we went to a damn art show and found these pieces. We were in New York just walking the town, decided to stop into an art gallery and buy a $10,000 piece. You can even take the digital prints that you find on Etsy and get them printed on canvases. Like, there's so much that you can do when it comes to finding unique art and making unique art. But just know that you have more options than just putting picture frames on your walls. You have more options than just maybe hanging a mirror on the wall to cover a blank space. There's more than just family photos that you can put on your wall to make your home look more expensive. Now let's talk about furniture. Furniture can be a doozy, okay? I'm just gonna talk about what we can maybe stray away from, because there's so many different choices and ways that you can go about getting like maybe a sofa, a couch, or a sectional. So I'd say when it comes to picking out sofa, sectionals, couches, let's just say couches to keep it short, let's just try to stray away from the stores that let you like pick 3 rooms for $1,500 to furnish. Let's try to stray away from the stores that are always having blowout sales. There's nothing wrong with Value City. There's nothing wrong with Amazon. And oftentimes the things that you can find on Amazon and in Value City, especially their clearance section, can be cheaper than whatever you saw at that blowout store. Whatever you saw at that 3 rooms for $1,500 store, okay? That furniture, 90% of the time, is just not where it's at. It's not where it's at. Even when they start getting those more glam pieces in that are usually always that velvet blue, velvet gray, suede colored stuff, these places got this furniture and they're able to sell it to you at such a low price because bigger furniture stores like Ashley and Haynes and, you know, all the big name places, even bigger than that, they don't want that furniture anymore because it wasn't selling, and it wasn't selling for a reason, okay? And again, we kind of want our home, to feel like home. But if we're going for that more expensive vibe, we want things that people aren't used to seeing. I'm telling you guys, there are so many other places like Amazon, Wayfair, Value City that sell affordable furniture that looks good. So same kind of goes for like the dining area as well. Let's not get the typical. I think the key to everything at this point is really just to make sure that the items that you choose to put in your home aren't typical. They are a little bit different, because when things are different, they just tend to look more expensive, more rich, more luxurious, because these are things that people have never seen before. These are things that people are not used to. You know how there's so many memes about how black people had typical kinds of furniture in their house and we can all laugh at it? I feel like it's going to eventually be the same with like the royal blue and the gray velvet pieces. Like eventually, like our kids are going to be like, if your mom ain't have this, if your dad ain't have this, if your parents didn't have this, then you blah 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 blah. Like it's at that point. You know how back in the day everybody had like the black glass looking furniture, or your aunt, your mom, your grandma had the African women dancing. Like it's typical. It's typical. But you know what, y'all, let's move on to something else. So with appliances, I definitely suggest to hide the cords. I think we all know that at this point. Hide your cords. Hide your wife, hide your mama, hide your cords. Okay? Hide your cords. Now, I also suggest paint the strip that hides your cords the same color as your wall. It just looks much better. Now, also, when it comes to like entertainment systems, something that's also very typical with entertainment systems is the whole 3-tier entertainment system. Like, I know not everybody wants to hang their TV on their wall, which is fine, but you don't always have to get that little 3-tier entertainment system as well. You don't have to get the typical, okay? You know, floating shelves are all the rage right now. There's so many different ways that you can build a floating shelf in IKEA. They honestly just make your home look more elevated, again, more modern, more up to date, more sleek, more chic. You can do open floating shelves. You can do literally just floating shelves, maybe 2-tier them. You can do floating shelves as cabinets. You can do floating shelves with glass doors. You can do floating shelves with doors with designs on them. There's literally so much that you can do with the floating shelves in IKEA. They also have floating shelves in Home Depot. There's so many things that you can do with your TV if you don't want to hang it on the wall. You don't even have to necessarily get floating shelves. You can get a very nice console table and put it on that. It'll look very nice. You can even get the floating shelves and just have them on the floor and it can still look nice. So we have talked about a lot of different things that you can do. We've ran through a lot of different rooms at this point. I think that it's now time to move on what you can do to make your home smell more expensive. So let's talk about the obvious, candles and wax melts. There's so many different scents to choose from, but I have to say that what makes your home smell the most expensive are more musky kind of smells. Like, if you are really trying to make your home smell expensive, stay away from the fruity smells and the food smells like pumpkin pie and sweet potato pie smells and, you know, things of that nature. Sage smells are really nice. Lavender smells are really nice. Lemongrass smells are really nice. Another thing, which a lot of people will probably be like, what? Incense. Incense. Like, don't get the fruity ones, but like the more muskier ones. Oh my gosh, like, I don't know where everybody else is located, but here in Norfolk there's still a lot of places that we can get incense, and baby, they will have a smell linger in your house. Like, I feel like candles, once you blow them out, the smell is kind of gone, but incense, baby, that smell is there all day. All day. The next thing is definitely going to be carpet. What do you call that crap? I have no idea what it's called, but it's like this powder that you can use on your carpet, and it helps to remove odors that are in your carpet. I have a dog, so this is very important for my household, and I can tell you this: anybody who comes over my house and smells my house, they can never even fathom that I have a dog. My house does not smell like piss or a dog at all, and they are very, very strong, and they definitely linger. Even when you don't use them and you use your vacuum cleaner again, it's like that smell is always there. Now, the last thing, I know some people are like into like Febreze sprays and like stuff like that, but smoke spray, yes, smoke spray. Smoke spray is where it's at, okay? Every smoke shop is gonna have it, whether it's the one for your car, your home. They have it in candles. They do have fruitier scents, and they do have muskier scents, and they do have natural scents. You guys, I don't even care when it comes to this. I know I said stay away from the fruity if you're trying to be expensive, but baby, that smoke spray, I'm speechless. It's going to take every smell up out of your house. Like, every smell. If it's meant to get rid of smoke smells, imagine if you don't smoke. Get whatever you need to get. Get the car size if you want to just test it out. Y'all, all you need is one little spritz and your that whole room is set. So that is it for this video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope I didn't offend anybody. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment what tip you think that you may use, or what tips that you may have for somebody else. Please make sure that you have your notification bell turned on, because we are currently in the DIY series. So I have many more DIY videos to come. If you haven't already, check out the previous episodes of my DIY series. And I will see you guys in the next DIY video.